Hey, it's Matt here, and welcome back for another pepper review of the 2025 season. Today I have some cool peppers here, 4 of them. They're just little guys. This is the KSLS pepper, Kong Star Lemon Starburst. Kong Star Lemon Starburst, I believe is the name of that. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if I got that wrong. So just a little thing about this pepper. I'm here in Wisconsin, and we had a freeze advisory this week. In fact, tonight it's supposed to get down under freezing. And so yesterday, a little bit in a panic, wanted to get all my peppers in. So I went out to the pepper garden and collected all the peppers off the plants. And many of them were green, but a lot of them had started to ripen or were fully ripened. And so thankful for that. So while I was picking the peppers, I had seen this plant through the season that really wasn't producing any pods on it, and but it didn't really think much of it. And but yesterday when I went out to pick all those peppers, lo and behold, there was a couple peppers on it that were these Kong Star Lemon Starburst, and this is all that the plant had produced, these 4 pods. And so yeah, I thought, wow, that's pretty neat. There was a big surprise to me to see them on the plant. Again, it hadn't had any peppers on it. So we just wanted to give you a review of these, and figured I'd just eat all 4 of them. I cannot remember what the heat rating is on these, but hopefully I can handle all 4 of them here without too much pain. But so here we go. Kong Star Lemon Starburst, KSLS. Yellow peppers. So the reason they're so small, I believe, is because this plant was surrounded by a bunch of other plants. And the other plants grew up much taller and bushier than this plant. And so all season it was kind of getting shaded out, and therefore it didn't have all the sunlight that the other peppers did. And again, I kind of forgot that I even started this pepper. Yeah, they're not too hot as far as super hots go. I would not consider this a super hot, but definitely a hot pepper. So tasty. This is a treat pepper. Great to snack on. Oop. Tried to bite it in half, but missed. Got the whole thing. But yeah, great pepper. A lot of citrus notes to this. And it's got some heat, maybe habanero heat. Again, these are not very big pods, so they don't have, just because of the size of them, they probably don't have too much capsaicin in them, which is what makes pepper spicy. But man, they're tasty. Again, citrusy notes are right up front. These things are juicy. I don't know if you can see. It's going to be hard to see on there, but yeah, it's very juicy. Yeah, pepper season here for me is coming to a close. I got a whole lot of pods though yesterday. A lot of them are green, like I said. A lot of green jalapenos and serranos, some bell peppers. I didn't really pick the green super hots, although I probably could, and probably should have done that. I haven't checked them today, but they might have made it through the night without getting. It actually didn't freeze last night. It was like right now it's sitting at 33 degrees out here, so we're right on that edge. And pepper plants do not like this cold. They looked really sad this morning from the window. But this was a special treat, to be honest. And when I saw those peppers, I'm like, oh, those are KSLS peppers, and they are just delectable. I mean, citrusy, little fruitiness, just a treat. So I'm feeling all around my mouth, getting burned with that, and the top of my tongue. Definitely not getting that dragon's breath, if you know what I mean by dragon's breath. It's like every breath you take is just, it feels like fire coming out. And I'm not getting that with this. It's not really hitting my throat. So just a treat. And oh man, what a surprise. What a pleasant surprise in the garden. When I saw them hanging there, it was like, oh yes, this is going to be good. And yeah, I can't even believe it. I forgot that I'd planted those. It just, they weren't producing until I saw them today, and it was great. I think they were green for a while, and I just didn't even see them because they're so small. Missed them, but yeah, amazing pepper, and definitely next year, plan to maybe grow a couple of those plants. And I want to space my plants out more. I tried something this spring, growing them a little closer together, and that was not a good idea. So give them some space, and I don't know, I might have some videos about my growing setup next year and how I do that. I'm still learning and experimenting every year. I try to just try something a little different, and but sometimes I can get you away from production. So, but it's always learning. It's good to grow, and I was kind of trying to push the limits on that, but I didn't account for the sunshine, and I think that's what happened. That one got shaded out. So anyway, it's a great pepper, surprising pepper. And in fact, I was thinking today, as I was just really excited that I had a couple of those peppers to try, and the surprise of them. Sorry for the wind here, but I was just reminded of that Bible account in Genesis of Joseph, and the surprising truth. If you know anything about Joseph in the Old Testament, in Genesis 39 through, I think it's chapter 50, Joseph went through a lot, and a lot of it was not of his own making or accord, but he was faithful to God. And the surprise of these peppers kind of reminded me of the surprise of the end of the book of Genesis, where Joseph had all these things happen to him. His brothers betrayed him. He was falsely accused of wrongdoing by Potiphar's wife, thrown in prison, and everywhere he went, he just stayed faithful and excelled, and just clung to his God, and God blessed him for it. In fact, at the end of the book, Joseph has his brothers in front of him. He faces them. He tells them who he truly is, and not to get into the full story, but basically he saved their lives because of the famine that was hitting Egypt and Israel in that area. And because of Joseph being in position of power under Pharaoh, he was the right-hand man. He had the keys to the kingdom in a way. And because of that, because he was in Egypt and was faithful to God, he was in a position to save his own family, who had betrayed him, who had hurt him and injured him and sold him. And so it's just a surprising truth to end the book of Genesis that as Joseph told his brothers, you meant it for evil, but God meant it for good, to save much people alive, including his brothers who betrayed him. And so just it was a reminder to me of that surprising truth, and how God works in the behind the scenes of life and works all things for our good and his glory as his children. And yeah, there's times I'm sure Joseph didn't understand. It's like, what is going on here? Why God, right? Those moments. But he stayed faithful, and God used it for good. And just a reminder for me and for us to serve our Lord faithfully and trust in him, that he'll work behind the scenes. And though we may not always see what happens, we get those surprises in life. And he'll reveal things to us that we didn't know, we didn't expect, but just showing his goodness and his grace. So just a great truth that I was reminded of, and So thankful for these peppers. Thankful for the, I think it's Kong Star is his name, and crossed and made this amazing pepper. I forget the parents of the pepper that he crossed, but we're thankful for it. And what a blessing and what a treat they are. So, yeah, so we'll see what's ahead. I've got a couple more pepper reviews. Again, like I said, I picked a bunch of peppers, and I'm going to do some more of those and see what's ahead here as my season kind of winds down. And we'll see what lies ahead for the channel. But thank you for coming along and watching and learning about these peppers, and hope that even the truth from the word that I can bring can be an encouragement to you and to others as well. So don't forget, if you could, just like and subscribe to the channel, and share this with somebody if you think it'll be an encouragement to them. Greatly appreciate it. And it's all about God and for his glory. So I'm going to sign off. Thank you for watching. And again, please like this if something touched you here. And we will see you on the next one. Until then, keep it spicy. Take care.